It's really pretty simple what has to be done. And it means going to the heart of the story, to the people who live that story. Well, it's getting as close to the story as we can. And it's very sad that the corporate media doesn't try to go there, instead bringing you that same on every network small circle of pundits who know so little about so much, explaining the world to us and getting it so wrong. This is the moment for action, and people are taking action. And it's not hitting the corporate media radar screen, but it's happening all over this country. You may not agree with everything a presidential candidate represents, and if you don't, it is your job to be involved at the grassroots level. In your communities, town hall, running for school board, city council, state legislature, and pretty soon you'll find that those candidates at the top do represent what you have to say. You never know when the turning point is going to happen, who will be chosen, but what matters is that you've laid the foundation. And when you do, when that turning point happens, when that magic moment, like Rosa Parks sitting down in the bus, she sat down many times before in 1955, she sat down, but this was the moment. If you've helped to lay that foundation, you will help to determine the course of history.
Amy, for the budding Amy Goodmans out there, the journalists who want to figure out how to make the kind of difference that you've made, how to play their part in this struggle that you described so well, what's your advice? It's challenging. Yes, we have a growing independent media, but the jobs that will pay a living are few and far between.
Well, I think the independent media movement is really growing. This is our moment together. And I mean, President Bush not finding weapons of mass destruction exposed more than him. You know, if he had a little megaphone in the steps of the White House, WMD, WMD, maybe some people would have believed him, but he had something much more powerful. He had the most powerful institutions on earth, the media, more powerful than any bomb or missile. And the Pentagon's deployed the media, and we have to take it back, which is why independent media is so important and why so many across the political spectrum, conservative Republicans, Democrats, independents, Greens, why people in every walk of life, they are now questioning the mainstream media. How did they get it so wrong, they're asking. And so they're looking other places. The National Conference for Media Reform this weekend was very important because it was about protecting these public spaces, and we are trying to weave them all together all over this country because, yes, the corporate media is powerful, and we have to challenge them, but we have to build our own independent media infrastructure all over, and that includes Link TV and Free Speech TV as well. That is the answer, and that is where the space is for all the young people and old who want to get involved in making your own media. There is a space for you. Claim it.
All right, we're going to hear much more from Amy.